So this first I bought this trailer, hoping to pull it with this truck so I could go and get my tractor, and it didn't work. So I bought this dolly thing to see if it would attach to my truck so that the dolly would then attach to this, that didn't work. So I'm gonna drive on up to my tractor now. And the tractor should be able to pull that according to SCS's website. So then we can get all our vehicles together. Let's see if I remember the way. I suspect I do, because I don't zone out. I'll probably second guess myself at least once. But I'm gonna try and make it without checking the map at all. Driving like shit. Definitely steering a little more smoothly yesterday. I just gotta shake off the dust today, I guess. Map is amazing. I'm excited to get into the details of it after getting a basic farm going. Immense amount of detail. I forgot I was going to take a mini bike up to get the tractor, but whatever. That'd be an extra purchase. I'll just have to go back and forth a little more. It'll be okay. I'm gonna go get in the tractor, drive the tractor to the store, grab the trailer, drive back to the truck. It's wild that as long as I've been playing games, like I still will tilt my head to look over the dash and stuff instead of just moving the camera. This is first turn off. Don't go under a rail bridge, I'm wrong. Dude, figure it out that way instead of checking the map. Here's the rail bridge. Looking up over the hood. gonna suck if this tractor is like too small of a tractor to pull either of those two pieces of equipment. Should be around here. Okay, yeah, it's a little further. I remember we're getting up past this little bridge. I'm gonna leave my mowers here. Yeah. I gotta get out to do it actually, because I turned that back on. I made it without checking my map. Did second guess myself, but not too severely. Cool. I took a wrong turn, but I wanted to check this out anyway. Something about panicking. Panic from that sign. I don't know. They won't let me drive. No driving on top of moving vehicles. I don't see any like straps holding my wheels down. Hoping I can grab both of these trailers, the dolly and the drop deck, the low loader. Just see what gear we can get up into. It lets us go. Are we gonna get into third? Will it let us? No. Geistal at the ferry. I might get real lost. Check it out. We'll see. I've been over here. I've been to that side of this ferry. I think I can maybe figure it out. Quick. Just turned on that player camera position mod because I guess it wasn't actually activated last time. Let's see if that's in the settings so I can lower my camera. Nope, not seeing it. Oh well. My head's like mounted to the ceiling. I don't think it's this train tunnel. One of the train tunnels I've been in when I was first loading into the map, and there's a pretzel, which is a collectible. I think it was this one, but followed the tracks, you could probably find it. Tall order to get all the collectibles in this map. It's a huge map, and I think there's 30 pretzels. So they're tiny. They're pretzel sized. Size of a soft pretzel. You get them all. I'm gonna go ahead and check the map. I'm getting close, but okay, I could go either direction here. But if I take a left, then cut through this field if I feel like it. +% of the way there without checking the map. Okay. I'm not in my distinct truck this time, so they'll definitely not recognize me on any neighbor's cars. See if I can attach both of these first. At least get this, and this. The description for this says it's meant for pulling. Tractors to larger trailers. Hopefully, I might only be able to pull one of them at a time. Yeah, it's acting like it's heavy as hell already. It's just. Yeah, it's just gonna be one of these trailers at a time. It's kind of what I figured, but I was hoping. I'm just pushing this out of my way and out of where the vehicles, out of where the store spawns new things. How heavy is this damn trolley? It'd be kind of funny if the slow loader pulls easier. This is much less funny. I think our truck's just gonna be stranded in a field for a little bit. Let's go grab our lawnmower and get to work. I don't know how much that weighs. I'm not sure if it even says in the menus. I can look. The dolly or the full trailer? Yeah, I don't really see anything saying what it weighs. Some things will have like a recommended horsepower, like most things that are powered. Yeah, I guess with this it assumes that if this is attached, something much heavier must also be attached. I don't know. I was looking at chat and just clipped through a human. It's okay. could sell those things, those trailers, but I kind of still need that low loader at some point. I have to get a bigger tractor. That's gonna take a second. Just started the game, still got a big ass one now. I had to extend the loan to get that trailer and it's not even gonna work. Hope my neighbors don't mind me leaving my truck in their field for a couple of months. I could lease a bigger tractor or they can go and get it, but I don't think it's worth it. This red prop is. Different variety. It might just be a different skin because of a mod on regular sorghum. Sorghum is. I've seen it ingredient list. Doesn't seem to generally be the focus of the flavor experience. Last night I guess the same spot to the bridge that I remember seeing the first time. give us some money. Mow their grass. Mostly. Will pay us to mow 95% of their lawn. Alrighty then, field 29. Not super sure how to get here. I think I'm in field 80. Roundabout. Anyway, accept contract. No, 65. Okay. So just go back down here until I find the ferry, I suppose, wherever that's at. I think it goes kind of across here. Or also get onto this main road and go down. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Hold this up. I don't recall bumping the button to unfold that again. Take it across the bridge first. Then I'll check the map again. This road gets us all the way there. I just don't want to overshoot the field. Coffee instead of an energy drink this morning. Today is not really morning. I'm ecstatic about it. I love coffee, but I'm really picky about it, and I haven't had a pour over in a minute. Let's pour over setup again. Able to make it right. So it's still gonna take some dialing. This is not the greatest cup, but it's a hell of a lot better than what you get at most like chain cafes. Take it over Starbucks or Pete's or Dutch Brothers or any of that, damn sure. And tomorrow it'll be a bit better. Just turn the knob the right direction. There's a bridge, okay. So let's just take a right. And then I'll take the next right. I'll tee off and I'll take a left. I looked for a turnip mod as requested, and I couldn't find any. There was an open air garden mod that featured turnips as one of the crops, but it was rated 3 stars, so it's probably kind of broken. Maybe eventually someone will code turnips in. I imagine it can't be too difficult to do. There's a lot of mod support for this game. the hardest part would probably be drawing the turnips, modeling the assets. Let's peek that map. Okay, yeah, that's right, I was taking a left. In a weird spot. It's a little hidden. The map's not very good. Only a pension. It'll probably be the first field that's grass. Probably this right here. End of the road. Or, yeah. I remember driving up around this road before, but the road ends. So I'll probably cut a little bit. I'll know where the road is for sure, because it'll tell me that I'm not allowed to cut on the property, that I don't have access to this property or whatever. Okay. Unfold. Lower. Invisible road. It's overgrown. Trying to see it pick back up a little bit. This is definitely a property I'll want to buy. Somewhat early. It's a pretty cool one. Still going faster than it was with that dog. This will be a good spot to have some cows. Some goats. Some goats would love this shit. Nice big cliff for them to go and lick salt off of. We're gonna be cutting this for a minute. Almost through the cutting out the first headland mile. 3 laps because this thing's it's a cheap tractor with a really wide wheelbase because I got the doubled up tires for going up hills. hill's pretty gnarly. That's why it's getting cooked. Not just to still like it, it's just all like not having to plow it. Straight line and then like a split full. After I get these headline glasses, it makes more sense to do that. Clean up those edges anyway. Just manage your lap too. Do this one more lap and then we'll start doing our back and forths. The last direct and on stretch of this hill. Since turnips are not an option, any thoughts on what crop I should go for first? Some proper headphones coming in the mail probably this week, maybe early next week, so we'll see. Pretty excited for that. Nothing crazy fancy, but a hell of a lot better than these earbuds. They have a mic built into them, and I might test it out a little bit. It's more of like a localized mic. I don't know, I expect it's probably not a very clear sounding mic. This one's a very clear sounding mic, but it picks up the entire room. It's a condenser. Go back and forth. Try and keep the lines somewhat straighter as much as the field allows. This mower misses stuff if you don't cut them in a straight line. horseshoe pattern says off, but this mower doesn't. Doesn't really matter that much what I miss on contracts. Before I go, growing grass on my own land, I'm gonna have a better mower than this. And this is the shittiest one you can get in the store. I love killing flowers. Giant machine. I think the game calls these weeds, so I think these pop up if you weed your field. They look like wildflowers to me. I'm only trying to turn a digital profit. Hell on it. This tractor is a pollinator. We should protect it, and all other tractors like it. You need that pollination shit. Brought to you by Benadryl. Puppy grown, but I don't see her. She hates when I'm on the computer. There's no good way to cuddle me here. Way more likely to ignore her attempts at tug of war. I feel like 3/4 of the way through this field, but I guess so. I know it's enough early, Just the laps are gonna keep getting bigger as we go on. What the cheapest large tractor in this game costs. It's pretty important to have a large tractor. A medium tractor can do a lot. Small tractor is basically useless. I need like a compact, large tractor for this map because there's a lot of steep, like tight turns. I still have to be able to haul stuff. There's Truck Sim DLC today, and I was tempted to pick that up and play it, but it's Illinois. I don't really feel like it's gonna be particularly up my alley. It'll be I don't know, just a passing through state whenever they eventually add New England. But it seems like they're going up towards Alaska first, because British Columbia is announced. And, yeah, they haven't announced much going further east. I suspect that they're doing British Columbia is because they want to do Alaska, not have you take a boat to get there. Could just be wishful thinking. I know I'd much rather drive in Alaska than Illinois. Chicago drivers are not shy with their opinions. I've barely been through there, but there's a lot of goddamn horns going off in that city. I pretty much always forget I have a horn. I think I've honked at cops more than I've honked because someone was doing something stupid on the road. But cops being on the road is stupid. Alright, let's turn in this contract and see if there's any more lawn mowing contracts. Cops get distracted at red lights and forget that they don't pay attention to it turning green more often than the rest of us, I think, because they're on their damn laptops in there. There's been a few times where I've had to honk at a cop at a green light. No one wants anything mowed? There's really nothing that pays good enough to justify going to the shop and leasing it and drying off. So I think I might just head up to the property and move on to the next day. There might not be much more mowing for the year. You gotta mow in August. Look at the crop calendar. How long does grass harvesting season go? We got anyway. There'll be mowing jobs into November, and right after November is when we should start getting plowing jobs. So I'm gonna stick to mowing these few months, and then I'll go to plowing, and then we should be able to afford to pick something to grow spring. Alright, I check the map real quick. It's gonna be a little bit of a trek to get home. ferry's right here. So we can take that and then we can go up here into the Alright. Let's fold up these mowers. Turn them off. We got here just some dirt. You can kill them. Little shortcut. If it's charging me for this boat ride or not. I didn't pay attention last time. All the way up here at the edge. We do. Yeah. Go start my engine and scare some fish. Okay, did this charge me? Nope, didn't charge me. It won't let me unfold the mower and turn it on. I didn't think it would. But truck idly, ominously idle for Try-Chew. It's just like, it's begging to jump, and unknown forces are holding it back. I think I hurt its feelings. We're gonna call it pathetic for running out of gasoline yesterday. And I meant it. Whatever. I'm starting to think it's gonna find greener pastures at the bottom of the river. It's all, I don't give a fuck. I need to look at the map to see where to go from here. So I went from here to here. Okay. So a right and then a left, and then it's obvious. A right and a left, and then I know my way. Every couple of turns or so, I should check the contracts to make sure no more lawn mowing jobs spawn in, because they'll pop up in the middle of the day. My side truck. gotta check out some real photos of this place. This map's based on a real location. It's Bulgaria. I'm going underneath the bridge. I'm gonna try to figure it out. We've got like a lot of time in the day. So first, I'm gonna check for contracts, and then I might take like the back way into my Alright, no mowing yet. I think I'm gonna take like the back way into my property up here. If I can figure it out. Okay. Go make a U-turn and take a right, and then take a right when it tees off. That's probably a much quicker way than it's definitely quicker than taking the bridge, but it's probably by far the fastest way on it. It's direct. And those fields in the middle of the map. See if it goes. There's a chance that it doesn't go. It's hard to tell. Take a right here. It gets like closer to a shore, and I'm not sure if it goes across. There's like a little cove. See. Cool. I think the road goes all the way through here. There might be a tunnel. Yeah, this map isn't really drawn, so it's a picture, so there's shadows. It's pretty hard to tell what you're looking at sometimes. And there's my property. So. No tunnel, just right up against the edge of the cliff. I swear I pulled into this door with this tractor for sure. It wasn't too wide. It might be my mower hitting. the mower. Yeah. I have to get like an equipment shed or something. For now, I'll just park my tractor outside. I'll be okay. Close that door. On the next day. Dun, dun. If we got just one mowing job, huh? There's normally at least 2 or 3 during the season that it grows. It's because it's multiple days a month, so they're spread out longer. And let me go look and see how many days a month I set it to. Set it to 2. Alright, and then the shop should be really easy to get to. It's just down the road, basically. Next door neighbors, because considering it's just woods between us. How much nicer of a like caffeine buzz you got from coffee compared to energy drinks. It's just so clean, there's no grog to it. I don't know. Forestry in this game is really difficult, especially if you don't have like dedicated like controllers, like a wheel and like a joystick kind of thing. That's pretty beneficial on this map. Here's where we're farming or cutting grass. I'm pretty sure that's where we're working today. Yep. All the land closest to me is forest, and there's mods where you can like make your own contracts for your neighbors to like pick up, and you put a price on it. So I'm wondering if that would include like log removal. So if I can just go and cut down a bunch of trees, that'd be fun. I don't want to pick them all up and haul them away. Let's get down in here. start off with the uphill. This is the next plot of land that it makes sense for me to get. But it doesn't make sense to get it until I have, you know, something to do with it. I need to be able to move my vehicles across the map beforehand. I'll increase the number of days in a season again, or in a month again. Whoa. This is a cool fucking field. It's crazy. Oh, this is the edge of the map. Okay, I got it. I think it is. Maybe I'm hitting something. Yeah, okay, I'm hitting that tree. Go into third person there. And unfold that mower, the front mower. Not the edge of the map, because there's a little tree, is it? Didn't quite look like it at first. It's in my blind spot. Probably my favorite field so far. Stay going. Oh, never mind. Don't be doing that to me. So steep that whenever I click into reverse, like that brief second in neutral, having sliding down with an automatic transmission. But yeah. We're still on the first lap of this field. of go up and down as you go through the lab. It's like a dome. I'm gonna sort of treat this as its own section and get it cleaned real quick. It really kind of is. It's gonna choke off before I finish my headlands. Choke off into an island. Go to find the end of it here. It's 60% through this field. Look, we haven't even really come all the lab sections. We haven't even finished our headlands just because we got this little island chunk. Get back there. Not sure what we got going on here. If it's a matter of latency or crash. Interesting. Alright, we're good though. It says 0 viewers on Twitch, so hope everyone didn't leave. Mine says that we're back. I wish I knew what happened. I don't know. Yeah, the session restarted. Damn. It's been continuous in OBS. It's just like the connection to Twitch dropped for a second, I guess. Hopefully folks come back. Okay, folks are back, yay. I'm not sure what happened there. I think like my connection to Twitch dropped. It was still connected in OBS. OBS shows that the stream's continuous. Just Twitch showed it resetting. We're wrapping up this field. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Making sure everything's still good. Yeah, I think so. For OBS. Okay. So I was asking earlier, there's more people now, what crop should I focus on first? Yesterday I asked, and this was turnips, so I tried finding a turnip mod, and I couldn't find one. I found like a above ground gardening mod that had turnips, but it was rated 3 stars, so it's probably a little bit of a buggy mod. And yeah, it'd be like growing them in a flower bed, kind of like the way greenhouses work. Shit. Let's start going back and forth. Spend less time fighting the hill by a bit. It's a shorter lap going across. But sloppy because I'm not allowed to finish all the way anyway. I think it's going to allow us 2 more laps before it calls the contract done. Keep it right through the middle. Done. Alright. If there's not another mowing contract, there's a chance I drop off my mower back at my house and go get a cultivator or something. I don't know. It's kind of a big field for 2K. Not that bad, but yeah. Hey, no more mowing jobs. We don't pay off our loan. We've got a little bit of money for a cultivator. Let's go hold up these mowers. There's the proper road access for this field. I think I can afford a cultivator. Kinda. It'll be a shitty one, but it'll expand our income opportunities a little bit. Because the game doesn't want to give us mowing gigs. I mean, it's not going to give us cultivating gigs for much longer. Everything's growing season. Going the right way. I think I got off of a dirt road before No, I'm not. Well, okay, I see what happened. Okay, so I kind of am, but we're gonna loop back to the field that I just cut. Field exited on two different roads and exited on the wrong one. The other exit, it doesn't really get as close, not as cleanly. It's like some trees you have to move in between. Love hauling down a dirt road. I don't live too close to any mountains anymore, but I did when I was in college and be out there all the damn time. Almost just around the bend. I'll go check the shop and I'll see what a cultivator costs. So I can probably get one. Hopefully I can get like the second from the worst instead of the very worst. I unfortunately can't put my mower in the garage. Let's see which is the front one first. Closes so I can see. Forgot that forward is the brake if you're in reverse. Glad that didn't go worse. I caught myself in time. Okay. I see. Cheapest cultivators. 9,500. Yeah, we're not getting an upgrade from this, and it's slow, but it'll earn us some money for now. It'll end up paying for itself, and we can sell it and get that later. How much wider is this one? 3.1. No, wait, 4 meters, 3 meters. This one's slimmer. Interesting. Oh, it's not a shallow cultivator like this is. That's why. Double check, no mowing gigs popped up. What do these cultivating gigs pay? Because we're gonna have to buy a plow soon, like real soon, I think it makes more sense to just sleep through to the next day. Well, I tried to close my door. It didn't work. For crop options, I'll get that pulled up in a second. There's 25 in the base game. We got a few extra with this mod map. Let's see here. So here they are, kind of in order. We got alfalfa, canola, carrots, catch crop mixture, clover, cotton, field grass, in addition to regular grass, flowering catch crop, grain maize, grapes, grass, green beans, green rye, long grain rice, mustard, oat, oilseed radish, olives, parsnips, peas, poplar, potatoes, red beet, rice, rye, silage maize, sorghum, soybean, spelt, spinach, sugar beet, sugarcane, summer barley, summer wheat, sunflowers, triticale, vetri, winter barley, winter wheat. And quite a few. But the longer the growing season, the better for early crops. Just the more likely we can get multiple fields going at once. This will be the first field I buy, most likely is 66k. That's not happening yet. Did I go to sleep already? Yeah, I did. Okay. Ooh, our willow trees turned orange. I almost had to cut that down whenever I was building the property because the terraforming in this game is a bit nightmarish. Let's see here. Wow. Nothing to mow. So we are gonna go buy a cultivator so that we have a job to do. There'll be a few of them. Alright, big journey to the store. It's gonna be the shitty starter cultivator because that's what we can afford. Without taking out more debt, I don't want to do that quite. I want to be able to save over a tractor that can pull my truck, so I don't have to like leave it in the neighbor's field all the way into the next year. Taking on debt's not necessarily the way to do that. Carrots? Hell yeah, we'll be doing some carrots then. Haven't grown them in any save yet, so I don't know what all goes into it. I know they're a root crop and they like special equipment. There's like some carrot specific equipment. I've harvested carrots as a contract. So leasing for contracts doesn't really work without like teleporting because you can't return the equipment because they won't let you drive it off the field when the contract's done. Sometimes at least. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's different with terms of contracts, but I don't know the intricacies of it. To get a cultivator and this tractor can't pull it for some stupid reason. If you're not, I'll just take a contract, it'll be whatever. Should be able to pull a cultivator. It's particularly the pickup trucks that are kind of somewhat weirdly designed. So there's 3 types of hitches, and in real life you can swap out the hitch on a pickup truck, and you can put all 3 of these types of hitches on a pickup, and you can pull any trailer in this game in real life with a pickup. But this game doesn't let you swap out your hitch, and it doesn't really tell you which one you're getting either. You just gotta like test drive or like lease it first to see if it works, or hope for the best. Looking at chat, driving into a field. Love the foggy day. Hope we get sent over by that big bridge again, or I haven't really seen the southeastern corner of the map much at all yet. I don't think I, yeah. I'd like to be kind of deeper in the southeast section, or just the southern half of the map in general. I've done quite a bit in the middle of the map and a little bit up in the northern part of the map. Appreciate how much more populated this map is than the base maps. Like NPC patterns a little less predictable, a little bit more varied. No, I saw cows like lying on the side of the road. Just wow, what's gonna happen in the base game? It's pretty cool. Coming up on 1 month on Twitch now. I'm pretty happy with like how it's going. I need to do a bit more on the editing side and the like marketing side. Part of that is just it's a learning process. Part of it's just needing to do more of it. As far as like number of people who see my content and number of people who follow me and engage with my content as a percentage is pretty good. Just over 50 people have seen me on Twitch, and I've had 10 follows. Someone unfollowed, but I have gotten 10. So like, yeah, that's 20%. 20% of the people who have seen it. It's crazy. I took a wrong turn, I'm pretty sure. Here, what's behind me? Let's see. Yeah. I always forget that I need to turn right immediately after crossing this bridge. Nice. Get turned around. Happy to have like new lurkers today, more consistent lurkers. Still trying to figure out when the best times to stream are for the content that I stream in particular. And my schedule's pretty open, so I can really stream just about any time. I want to be consistent, but also like experiment and figure out when people are able to watch or are interested. Let's see what we can get here. Double check nothing. Can I make it cuter at least? No, no color options. see where these contracts are. I think they all paid like pretty much the same amount, right about. So I'm gonna go based on location. So this one's like a good one to do last because it's real close to home. That's a good spot I haven't been anywhere near. Yeah, we're gonna do this one first. Even it's the lowest paying. Yeah, I haven't been to that spot yet. Yeah, I have, but I haven't cut grass there. Whatever. It's also really close to home, but we'll do a loop with the cultivating, unless of course, more contracts pop up, and they might. But yeah, for now, this is very easy to find. It's just like heading home, and it's the first field on the left after the right before the tunnel. Okay. The same intersection last time. That is such a dangerous intersection. Well, I guess not. Just come on through. That's my tractor not phased, but we're not phased. I really hope I can get that camera mod working. Why'd you turn around? You got most of the way through the street, and they turned around just to hop inside my tire. Call it no NPC therapist or NPC sense of community. They can't hug each other if they don't have like I forget what they're called. Collision objects. No hitboxes. No hitboxes, no hugs. trying to turn. There's no risk if you can't hit.
Is this a hill or is it up a little further?
Okay, it's up a little further. That's what I was thinking, but
Shit.
almost feels like I've gone too far, but it's right here. It's right. Turn it on or anything. I think we'll make pretty quick work of this field, even though we got such a tiny cultivator. I think the cultivator's actually probably skinnier than the tractor is because the tractor's got the double tires. Get out and look from behind. Okay, no, they're pretty much right at the same width. That works out. It tells me the width of my tractor too, which is important for figuring out if it'll fit on a low loader without the extra width attachment. I love trespassing. Property is theft or whatever Jesus said. Sloping downhill, shifting with good driving physics. I think the trailer physics could be a pinch better, but really when I was switching to mouse steering instead of trying to steer with the keyboard, the trailer physics are fine. I feel like what this game considers to be jackknifed is a little less than jackknifed in real life. Permission to cut that land, but it sure did let me. Normally it doesn't. Normally my equipment it'll run, but it won't actually do it. Good pop. thorough with cultivating than he does with mowing the grass. But that might just be that it's less easy to like see the spots that you miss with the cultivator. I also definitely miss less with this because it's the tracks are in tracks. It's not like split. Also, it's the same width as my tractor. Tells me exactly how ambitious I'm allowed to be. Looks like the progress had stalled there for a second. I was worried that I hadn't lifted it. This is making me fairly confident you're allowed to miss more with cultivation, perhaps as far as the percentage you're allowed to leave undone, or it makes you leave undone. One or two more passes. Probably two. Allow a third. Guess so. No slapping, okay. Nope. Oh. Alright. One down. Okay. This one's close to home. This one's the one that's a little bit out the way. It's just a little. Let's see here. So go like I'm going to my truck, but take that right beforehand. It's pretty easy to get to. If I end up needing to take out a bigger loan to a plow, I will, but I don't think I'll need to. The plows, there's only one plow, one snow plow, it's like a little under 10K. I think, pretty sure. I might be remembering wrong, but I lost my trailer yesterday. Driving through here at night, I had that trailer full of diesel, and I'm still not really sure what happened. I guess I just accidentally bumped this attach button. Yeah, I caught it in a clip when I was going through yesterday. It's right there. It's right on that stretch of road. I was like talking about how easily distracted I was, and 3 seconds later, it just disconnected. I didn't hear any like key click or anything. Sorghum's really pretty. Vine nuts. Fire. I didn't get it yet because I was waiting to see how this computer handled like the mod set I had already. There's a mod to like make the crops like respond to wind more. I'm definitely gonna get that. See all the grain waving about. My keyboard wasn't taking it from one button. I'm trying to steer back left and it just, I don't know, that was weird. This foot and then making it right. Okay, so just go on up and it'll be the real weird shaped field on the right. That's a hell of a shape. That's gonna be fun to cultivate. Yeah, this is the start of it. prettiest shaped field I've encountered. For damn sure. It's pretty. I like the, the shaded coast, shaded shore. It's still like pretty accessible. 10% already. Haven't even done a lap. But now to get that clean. It looks like there's like an island in the middle of this too. Like there's something I have to cut around. Or okay, no, it's just a cove. It doesn't fully close off. Strange shapes to work with anyway. I know the map's like based off of a real place, but I wonder if there's an actual farmer whose field is cut this ridiculous shape, just I guess to get every bit of growth out of their acreage. Just going around this tower. Yeah, like built a tower on top of the house or something. So I had to move heavy equipment around that. Well, they hired me to do it. So that's a contract. Alright, closing up on the first headland lap at 26%. Nope. Alright. 28% one lap. Wild. Could in theory just do 3 laps and be done. Not do any verticals. I might sit in my part and it'll make me another cup of coffee, so that'd be cool. We'll see. I should just drink more water perhaps. I haven't even planted all 25 of the crops in the base game, but I'm happy to have like the added variety like built into this map pack. Like there's like probably like 10-ish like extra crops. But like as thorough as this game is, 25 is not enough of variety. And I guess there's more whenever you consider the greenhouses and the mushroom greenhouses too. I was really surprised when I found out there were only 25. I figured there'd probably be like 50 or something. It seems like this company's like pretty slow with their iteration. And making changes. Trim up the little island section that I left over here that got cut off. I'm not gonna get this all the way. I'm just gonna get it much more of the way. There we go. Get and straighten out enough. I'm probably fine to leave that bit because it's a contract and it won't let me finish. If not, I can go back and get it. It'll be easier being relined up from out here. I'm getting coffee. Not buying this property anytime soon. Love to see the game's AI try and fight this. They can't handle squares. This would definitely send it for a loop. Before I turn around. Makes a nice spot to turn around, if nothing else. You see me dancing is because I have music going. It's just not in this stream. It's a little better to be able to post my VODs. I'm not worried about copyright BS. I'm just posting the videos to YouTube afterwards and recording like split tracks and OBS. But yeah. This is a step cleaner. I honestly forget what crop we're even cultivating, or we're cultivating. So this is just dead grass or something. I don't know. It's not being harvested. hear a coffee grinder. Yum. This cup will taste slightly better too because I turned the knob a little bit. Each cup is better than the last throughout the day because the coffee is more tuned into the weather, tuned into the humidity. About twice that. Last little bit, and then we'll go up to the field. Bring this in first. See if there's any new contracts. Still one cultivation, no mowing. Okay, and this is at plot 100. Except, okay. So on the other side of this house, there's a dirt road. Take it up a ways, take a right, and then a left onto the main road. And from there, I should be able to figure it out. Music quit. I don't know why. I'm gonna fix it. Okay. This is the last that I'm taking, right? Yeah. Cool. I'll have to check the map again whenever I'm getting close. But That was so fun to drive on. Now that I've got like full access to PC games, I might get Expeditions Mud Runner at some point, or like Roadcraft game. It's both look up my alley. They go on sale often, so I'll wait. Probably get them on this Steam summer sale. That's like, that's gotta be coming up. Okay, take a right and then it is the first field on the right. Cultivators dropped. Get to it. Much more normal field. Do my best to not cut corners without reversing, but I'll focus on doing a better job whenever I have my own fields and it like allows me to finish. It bugs me a lot. I can't like finish contracts 100%. Let's get closer. I get there being like a buffer with some things in particular. It can be pretty damn hard to tell what you've done already. Like seeding. Cannot tell the difference between a seeded ground and a cultivated ground just by looking. Almost got away with that turn. Weeds in this game are doing too much. Way too pretty to be weeds. Farmers hate flowers. They gotta be accurate with the simulation, I guess, and make us hate flowers too. It'd be cool if there was like a flower farming mod. On some massive flower farms, that'd be awesome. Especially if there was like a breeding element where you can get different colors and such. All right, cool. Made it through. This button will work at least. It's wild if the AI doesn't just line up like that every time. That's the easiest way to line up a 90-degree turn.
if there's room for it, then do it blind. Come on. Slip. Slipping gears.
Got enough heavy ammo to do our verticals. I wanted to roleplay a bit tighter. I could lift my cultivator at the end of the rows when I'm turning. It's kinda a little bit faster, just barely. But then I'll stop getting that notification that I don't have access to this land whenever I go to make a turn. Just end of the line, please. Verticals. There we go. Percentages trip me up. They always so off. Coffee. Yum. A bit better than last time. Just had to grind it a little bit more coarse. First cup was over extracted. This one's still over extracted, but only barely instead of significantly. So a little tighter. We're gonna mesquite pour over it. Seeing out a little further. Take my corners just a little bit. It honestly makes a bigger difference than I recall lifting up the cultivator. I'll go up for this. Just take a wider turn. Probably should have cut one more. I had planned up there. Make things go a little bit. hopefully we get another contract after this. Hopefully this thing pays well. Like we don't have to like pay this thing off. It earns its own money back before you guys buy a plow.
I think we need like 2 more contracts for this, and we still got October. I think I forget if this game considers November fall or winter. I think it considers it fall still. Yeah, most likely. So I don't think there's any snow until December. Or could be wrong.
I dust it out like pretty often, but not every time. But yeah, drinking beans that were ground yesterday as opposed to today, just a little bit of the beans. It's a difference. All right, no more access to this land. Let's turn in the contract. Sliver of money. Anything else I can do? Any mowing missions? Nope, nothing new popped up. So make our way home, which is pretty close. We'll take a right, and it's just kind of around the corner. And we'll go sleep through, and I think pretty sure it's gonna switch to October. Unless the settings don't apply and update it. Can't fathom living somewhere it's pretty and remote and just rural in the mountains. Wonder when the leaves will fall off. If they'll fall off this next month or if they'll stay orange for a little bit. I left my door open. Not bad for the only real loading screen in the game. It's like a hot air balloon for a split second. It's weird. Loading in. Oh, even more vibrant. More red than orange almost. Let's see here. What have we got going today? Not a goddamn thing. Growing season's over. And we don't quite have enough money for a plow. So gonna need an extra loan on that. And hopefully it actually snows. It should. Okay. Let's look at the store. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough money. I might just sell that stupid dolly thing that I don't need for a while anyway. Okay, this is also plow. There are plow options. Okay. could afford this plow. But 3.2 meters, 2.5. So this is probably more fun, but this is probably actually quicker. And we can afford to just buy this. Wait. Now, hopefully my tractor is able to pull this. If not, or I guess push it. If not, I'll go and get my truck. Surely one of them can. Surely. Alright, detach this cultivator. To the store. It's 2 days and a month now. It's possible we get some more work to do before the season changes. Some contracts come in. Grass does technically still grow. No, green is growing. Red is harvesting season. So no, it doesn't. I'm curious to see how this winter goes. Like, if there's not plowing to do, I might end up just like sleeping through the winter because there won't be work to do either. But there should be plowing. There's like a couple of mods going on that are supposed to make the winters more harsh. I'm curious how much it will end up being. Foggy morning. I want to eventually make my own map for this game, I think, but it's a big undertaking. I've barely ever 3D modeled anything. I've made a couple of things in Blender, a couple of like basic things, a couple of little homes, a couple of tents. A lot of the assets are already like ready to go, and I just gotta arrange them so I can use like the game's assets.
If I want custom assets, that's gonna take time. Got everything I need to do to see about learning. I can run Blender on the Mac, but for Giants editor that they have, and if they're like official editor for making mods, it only runs on Windows. I haven't had access until yesterday. I think I would map out like Gallatin County, Montana, where so Bozeman and south of there, on the way towards Yellowstone. Super pretty. There's not a ton of farmland. It'd be more of a forestry map, but there's some farmland. Now, it's a stretch of land that's important enough to me to I think I'd have fun trying to recreate it. I could look up my mom's farm on Google Maps and make my mom's farm and run it better than she can. My mom has a farm out in Texas, East Texas. Last I heard, it was not big enough for them to be needing their own tractors and stuff. So all by hand. This is small scale. Is this my turn, or did I pass it already? I passed it already, so I'll get turned back around. Right, so get to the stores or immediately after that bridge. Doesn't go right. Hopefully this stupid thing will work. Oh god. Yay. I'm not gonna sell this because I'm definitely gonna just, yeah, I'll definitely need it sooner than later. But I will go ahead and get rid of this. Like, it'll probably be a while before that's something that I need, and I could use the money. Alright, in the shop menu. Can I sell from here? Or there we are. How much money are you gonna give me? 15K. Fuck yeah, okay. That's a good chunk of change back. Probably could have gotten a better cultivator if I'd have done that, but it's okay. What contracts were there today? Is there anything that would make sense for me to try and do? Well, this is super close to the store. And hopefully they let me drive the plow back. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and do this. That's a great deal. I'm leasing the equipment. if they don't let me drive the plow back, it'll just kind of break roleplay a little bit, and I'll have to teleport the vehicle. Like, then I can run myself back to my own tractor. Did I leave you running? Yeah. Burning gas. Stupid. Okay. Skin here. Drive a different tractor for a little bit, something a little more fun. Cool. Kind of curious about this road behind the store, but I'll check that out later. Right now, it's just hook a right across the tracks. It's on the right, or hook a right across the street, and it's on the right. When I come back to the store to get my own equipment later, I'm gonna try and remember to go behind there, go look, see what's up. I love the detail. These mountains, like with the amount of detail that they're able to have, like they did a good job. If that makes sense. Okay, it's crossing tracks. It's a little skinnier than my tractor. On the left. On the right, it gets right up to the line, it looks like. Did I not lower it? I did not lower it. Thought I was going a little quick. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, it's cool. With the heavier plows, you're able to create your own fields in this game. Cut out their shapes. So if I get some of that logging done, which I'd be willing to do if I'm able to get a mod truck and hire people to clear it. It could be cool. Go make some custom fields up there close to where I live. At the same time, I kind of don't want to plow too close to where I live because I like that it's like a little away from everything, a little isolated. Gorgeous field. No, with plowing, you're technically supposed to start in the middle and do your headlands last. Same thing with cultivating. But I just find it so much easier to just get my headlands done, and I don't mind that I'll have those extra track lines, those extra tire marks. half a lap on a field just really, how is that? It really just does not seem like it'd be 8%. This is a big old field. Tracking damn near perfect, so. How much am I cutting the corners? Just barely, damn. Pretty good. This plowed track's pretty nice. It's just on the narrow side's the only thing. Damn. That's such a clean job. Yeah. Horrifying. Pretty much if I keep it's pretty easy line to track. Just get over this hill as long as this field is like, it doesn't make sense to be going horizontal to get around going uphill. By the time 3 headlands are done, it's gonna tell me if we're halfway there. Still just lap 2. really familiar with the term catch crop, but they're in this game, and I think what it is just like crops that you plant in between crops that you actually want to harvest in order to like provide nutrients to the soil. It seems like so there's one in the base game, and it's oil radish. And when I planted them, it wouldn't let me like I couldn't harvest them. They're just like, dead on the ground. Second month. And that could just be beginner's error or something. But with the mod, there's a bunch of things listed as catch crops. The mod pack. It's kind of like a half pipe shape going on with this field. More of, I guess, a skateboard shape. There's a little tail at each end. So we get both down and up on each lap. I think I'm gonna spiral plow this whole field. I never really do any vertical. I just that's what it sounds like. Eventually towards the center that won't be an option, but this game will probably say that I've finished the field before I get to the middle. That becomes an issue. Just because the turn radius eventually can't turn that tight. I love hills. Might loop out wider. Next lap they're cleaning it up a little bit, but we'll see. So this is the end of the third headland lap, and it's 40% through already. So I think, like, given the length of it, it definitely makes more sense to just cut across the length and deal with going up and downhill than it does to be turning that much. I'd say for the most part the modded vehicles have a ton of options for paint, and then the official vehicles have, like, maybe if you're lucky, like, you can change the rims, even with like the mod to have advanced color options or whatever. Just you get more color options if there are color options. If there's no color options, there's just no color options. Also, that's the biggest reason to me to use modded equipment. It's just the colors. Like I'm not a tractor nerd. I have no brand loyalty. I know that I roll my eyes at John Deere logos more often than not. But it's got nothing to do with farming. Might start like downloading a modded vehicle each time before getting a new vehicle, just so I can mix them all purple and green and yellow. And in pretty shades of those colors, not Subway. There's a chance that there's another like color mod that's just a little more universal. Probably not. I don't know. The one that I got was put out by Giants, like it's an official mod made by the developers. Clean this a little bit, make a big ol' outside turn here. Don't know how much I can get out of it. I don't care either, but yeah, it's a little prettier. It's a little bit. I think it'd be funny to like make my mom's farm in this game in the map editor, but it'd be a boring map. It's the only downside. It's all flat around there. Like, there's some lakes, like somewhat close. Yeah, it's just flat, barren Texas. Be able to actually start paying down some debt from this after this. So yeah, we got a plow now. So all there is to do through winter is like, yeah, plowing contracts and saving up. Paying down debt's a little better than saving up because it gets rid of that interest, which is a little steeper because, yeah, realism mods. Yeah, I think that interest is kind of eating the passive income that my windmill's getting. That makes sense. It's like 280,000 or so that I owe the bank. I will not pay that all the way down in the course of the winter. I don't think the game will give me the opportunity to return that much. But I can pay it down a bit before taking out more loans to get equipment to do new things in the spring. So I don't think I want to just cultivate and mow forever. Get my own plow and my own seeder. I definitely need a plow. I think for a seeder, because I'm doing carrots first, I need a specific machine. It's not like the general seeders, I think it's called. There's like a specific planter for carrots. I'm not sure. Look through the menus and in a bit figure out when carrot growing season is. Learn what I can about what I'm gonna need to save up for this winter. Yeah, I might try and keep doing the stream slot. I've had a lot more people popping in today than I'm used to. That's all I'm really looking for. Is when do people have time and desire to watch this game? And when there's not somebody that they like better than me playing already. I think maybe streaming a pinch too early to get all that much visibility. Whenever I was starting, like, there were less streams going, but there were like a ton by the time I was signing off. Whereas it's kind of good to have other people ending before me. That way, there's like the opportunity for them to raid if they feel like it. Yeah, if I finish before them, there's no way for folks to give me that boost if they want to. These textures are so detailed. I was looking at the fibers on the ceiling. It's just more than you'd expect. It's plasma, for a part rate where most people aren't even gonna look up and see that. Didn't notice on the map, but this does have a little island in it that we have to go around. This one does. The last one didn't. Like I thought it was gonna. This one does. Take this left the other direction, or I'll keep going this way because it's easier to tell where my line is. This plow's not quite centered, just like the way that it cuts. It cuts off center. It reaches out to the right more than it does to the left. Most of the plows in this game are kind of awkward. There's one that I've leased in a contract that I liked a lot more than every other one so far, but I don't remember what it's called. After I do this field, we're gonna go and we're gonna look behind the shop and see if there's anything interesting. And then I don't know, I'll look at a couple menus and whatnot, but I'll probably wrap up shortly after then. I wish the camera would like respond to you going up or downhill. It's like it's fixed. So if the tractor starts going downhill, I'll be looking at the ceiling. If I don't adjust the camera. But like, you know, just take my hands off, get a drink and stuff. Camera stay doing what it's supposed to. Cool. I really thought I was gonna get stuck there. Kind of surprised you don't. Figured I had to like 3-point it or whatever. Let's see how close I actually managed to get though. Oh yeah. Just a tiny bit on the far side. It's pretty close. I haven't been paying attention to how much speed I'm losing on the downhill. I mean, on the uphill. This plow has me limited to 12 kilometers an hour. I don't really feel like I'm speeding up on the downhill any. It's not very much. I feel like I'm only losing like 2 kilometers an hour on the uphill with this plow, which I guess that's 20%. Okay, so yeah, I lost 2 kilometers an hour. Now 3. Didn't lose the 4th until it turned, so that doesn't really count. Yeah, I wish the camera moved like a head. Invest in head tracking at some point, then it will, I guess. I want to have a dedicated webcam first before doing that. Just because I'm using like the Camo Cam app with my phone, and it's kind of finicky as it is. I don't want to add any extra layers of complication, any extra points where it could break. I guess it makes sense that tracks, because this is on tracks, not tires, that tracks have really good traction and they don't lose their traction as severely when going uphill. When I get a large tractor, I might need to make sure it has tracks instead of going for double wide tires again. But I'd rather not have an extra wide vehicle if I don't need to. I think this is considered a large tractor, not a medium. Probably. There's no way that we are actually 20% through with our first lap. I don't know how this thing handles percentages, but it's definitely not accurately. It's weird. I mean, it's definitely a pretty easy thing to get right. I'll lift my plow for the uphill one. That'll make up for going and cleaning up these stupid little hairs. As fast as I want uphill, so I'm not dragging the dirt with me. Plowing is the highest drag thing. Got all the tools and equipment. With the speed difference, it would take about the same amount of time to only plow downhill and then like lift the plow, speed up the hill, and like lower it again to go down. Because I was going 26 up the hill without the plow, so it's a little over twice as fast. Go through them right through the middle. I'm definitely not missing anything. It's more likely to trigger about 100% before I get to the end. There. Most equipment will allow me to just hit fold. I don't want to hit lift and then fold. Whenever I hit fold, it lifts it. That's why I had to lift it first. And just let me drive back to the shop so we don't have to teleport. Hopefully the player's last location thing works this time. Which I'm not logging off quite yet. I'm gonna turn. Did I cut it too tight? Yeah. Okay.
Let's check contract. No, I gotta turn this in anyway because it's least. Got a bug. Okay, so it's a lease that's specific to the contract, so I can't turn it in the store menu. I'd prefer to do role play or whatever, but let's see here. I gotta turn in the contract and it'll disappear. Anything else available? Another cultivating gig. To go back up and get my cultivator from my property, but it's pretty close to where my property's at anyway, so that makes sense to do. I'll drive home, grab the cultivator, drive a few more blocks, and cultivate. Another 3K. Drop off this plow. It is ready for us if there's snow in the morning. I was gonna look behind the store real quick. I forgot. Well, remember just in the nick of time, I guess. Didn't think that would open, but with it being a mod map, you never know. This opens. Cut through the back. Nothing too interesting back there, but now I know. As long as the mods work right, this plow should be real easy money throughout the winter. I'm supposed to just be able to, if I plow the roads, the government cuts me a check for doing my part. So like, it's supposed to not even like depend on like contract availability. It's just be if you are plowing the roads, they pay you for it. I think that sounds pretty fun. Just plowing the map and trying to get real efficient at it. Who does that? Cross the street and changes their mind. Second time I've seen that at that same intersection. At least this time they didn't jump in front of me while I was moving. Get clipped.
second left. The fish. It's just a bit further than I keep wanting to remember. Looking at the time, I'm probably going to go and drop off this plow and attach the cultivator, and then we'll raid on out. And then, yeah, next stream, we'll start off with a little cultivation contract. That's really close to where we live, too. It's convenient to get to. Get back from if there's nothing else afterwards. There probably won't be. Not that much to cultivate in October. I think it's this field. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this field. It'll give me a little shortcut. If I cut through a pretty substantial shortcut. Like, avoid driving all the way to the tip of the map and then just driving right back. Okay, so yeah. Just check which direction I'm facing here. Yeah. I'm facing the wrong way, but it is a shortcut, and stops me from doing this big horseshoe. That's gonna be the next plot of land I buy. Which is gonna be a second. I don't have any equipment to be doing anything with the plot of land. I don't feel bad about tearing it up or whatever. I'm just gonna buy it. Do what I can to depreciate it. Throw a couple ruts in. Home. Drop a plow off right here. And then I've got my cultivator facing this way right here. That's all set up. Okay, that's gonna end up doing it for today.